Seniors, stop eating these 7 worst fruits. They could be weakening your legs. I bet you didn't know that some fruits you eat every day might be silently damaging your leg strength. Stick around, because what I'm about to share could change the way you look at your diet forever. First, we have bananas. Bananas are often praised as a superfood, loaded with potassium, vitamins, and fiber. But not many people talk about how bananas, when consumed excessively or under certain conditions, can potentially harm your legs. While they offer many health benefits, there's a hidden side that's often overlooked, especially when it comes to leg health. One major issue lies in bananas' high potassium content. While potassium is essential for muscle function, too much of it can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. This condition causes muscle weakness, fatigue, and even muscle cramps, directly affecting your legs and making them feel heavy or weak. It's especially risky for people with kidney issues, as their bodies struggle to remove excess potassium. Bananas also have a relatively high sugar content compared to other fruits. Eating too many can cause blood sugar spikes followed by crashes. These sudden fluctuations can result in energy dips and muscle fatigue, which is often felt first in the legs. That weak, shaky feeling after a sugar crash. Your leg muscles are likely among the first to feel it. Another factor to consider is that bananas are naturally rich in magnesium, which normally helps with muscle relaxation. But an overload of magnesium, particularly when combined with potassium, can throw off your electrolyte balance. This imbalance can lead to tingling sensations, weakness, or numbness in the legs. For people with nerve sensitivity or neuropathy, bananas might worsen their symptoms. Certain banana compounds, such as tyramine, can trigger nerve-related reactions in sensitive individuals. This can lead to sensations like burning or twitching in the legs, making walking or standing uncomfortable. The way bananas affect calcium absorption also matters. Bananas contain oxalates, which can bind to calcium and reduce its absorption. Calcium is vital for muscle contraction and bone strength. A long-term drop in calcium levels can weaken leg muscles and bones, increasing the risk of cramps, fatigue, or even fractures. Eating bananas before physical activity can also have drawbacks. While they offer quick energy, the sugar can cause an insulin spike and crash before your workout is done. This might leave your legs feeling sluggish or drained, especially during longer periods of exercise. In some people, bananas cause bloating due to their fiber and resistant starch content. Bloating may not directly weaken your legs, but the discomfort can limit movement and make your legs feel heavier or less mobile. That bloated, heavy sensation can affect your overall sense of stability and energy. Additionally, over-reliance on bananas for energy or nutrients might crowd out other essential foods in your diet. Without enough variety, you may miss out on other nutrients like protein, iron, or vitamin B12, all crucial for leg strength and endurance. A diet heavy in bananas but lacking in diversity can slowly erode leg health. Next, we have cherries. Cherries are often celebrated for their antioxidant powers and delicious taste, but consuming them in excess or under certain health conditions can have unintended consequences, especially when it comes to leg strength and mobility. While they offer some benefits, there are specific properties in cherries that can potentially harm your legs when not consumed wisely. One of the key concerns is the natural sugar content in cherries. These sugars can cause sudden spikes in blood glucose levels, followed by crashes that drain energy. When blood sugar drops rapidly, muscles, especially in the legs, may feel tired, weak, or shaky. This roller coaster effect can lead to a general sense of fatigue and reduced stamina in the lower body. Cherries are also high in certain acids like malic acid and citric acid, which may contribute to joint discomfort in sensitive individuals. Some people report feeling stiffness or soreness in the knees or legs after eating acidic fruits like cherries, especially if they already suffer from arthritis or gout. The acid content may irritate already inflamed tissues and joints in the legs. Another issue is related to cherries' fiber content. While fiber is generally good for digestion, too much at once, especially from large amounts of cherries, can cause bloating and digestive distress. This bloating can create pressure in the lower abdomen, affecting movement and making the legs feel heavy and sluggish. Cherries also contain compounds known as salicylates, which can cause reactions in sensitive individuals. These reactions may include swelling, tingling, or weakness in the limbs. For those with salicylate intolerance, even a handful of cherries could lead to muscle aches or numbness, particularly in the legs and feet. Although cherries are known for helping with inflammation, their effect isn't universal. In some cases, individuals with autoimmune conditions may find that cherries trigger inflammatory responses instead of reducing them. This could worsen joint pain or muscle fatigue in the legs, affecting day-to-day mobility and strength. Cherries have a diuretic effect on the body due to their high water and potassium content. While mild diuresis can be cleansing, excessive consumption may lead to dehydration. Dehydration can directly affect leg muscles, causing cramps, spasms, and reduced flexibility, especially if not balanced with adequate water intake. Another overlooked concern is the presence of pesticides on non-organic cherries. These chemicals can accumulate in the body and potentially contribute to nerve damage over time. The legs, being distant from the central nervous system, are often the first to show signs of nerve fatigue or reduced sensation when toxins are involved. For people who are on medications such as blood thinners or anti-inflammatory drugs, cherries can interfere with the body's natural clotting process. Next, we have grapes. Grapes are widely enjoyed for their juicy sweetness and are often labeled as a heart-healthy snack. But beneath their appealing taste and antioxidant reputation, grapes can actually contribute to leg issues in specific scenarios. When consumed in excess or by individuals with particular health conditions, grapes can play a role in leg weakness and discomfort. Their impact may not be immediate, but the accumulation of certain effects can become noticeable over time, especially in the legs where we feel fatigue and circulation issues first. One of the most significant concerns with grapes is their high natural sugar content. Although this sugar is natural, it still causes a rapid rise in blood glucose levels, followed by a drop. This blood sugar fluctuation can result in energy crashes, which often translate into leg weakness, fatigue, and even trembling. People who rely heavily on grapes for snacks may feel drained shortly after eating them, and this energy dip is usually most noticeable in the legs, especially when walking, exercising, or standing for long periods. Another factor is the presence of resveratrol and other polyphenols in grapes. While these are known for their antioxidant benefits, they can act as blood thinners in large amounts. This can pose a problem for people already taking medication that affects blood clotting or circulation. Excessive thinning of the blood may lead to easy bruising and delayed muscle recovery, particularly in the legs which bear most of the body's daily strain. Over time, this could result in aching, prolonged soreness, and decreased strength in the lower limbs. Grapes are also a natural diuretic due to their high water and potassium content. Consuming too many grapes can increase urination, which might seem harmless but can lead to dehydration if not balanced with enough water intake. Dehydration directly affects muscle performance and is a leading cause of cramps, spasms, and weakness in the legs. People who eat a lot of grapes, especially without hydrating properly, may notice their legs cramping more often, feeling stiff, or struggling during physical activity. For those with existing joint issues, such as arthritis or gout, grapes can sometimes worsen symptoms. Although grapes are often said to help reduce uric acid levels, they also contain purines, which the body converts to uric acid. If consumed in large quantities, grapes might contribute to a buildup of uric acid, which can trigger flare-ups in the joints, particularly the knees and ankles. This pain and inflammation can lead to temporary or chronic weakening of the legs. Grapes are also known to be high in oxalates, which can interfere with calcium absorption. Calcium is critical for strong bones and proper muscle function. Over time, a diet high in oxalates and low in calcium can result in reduced bone density and muscle efficiency, especially in the legs. This is particularly concerning for older adults who already face natural declines in bone strength and muscle tone. Leg weakness, instability, and a higher risk of fractures can all be tied to this nutritional imbalance. Additionally, grapes are one of the fruits most heavily treated with pesticides, especially if not organic. Pesticide exposure, even in small amounts over time, has been linked to nerve damage and reduced muscular coordination. The legs, which require precise nerve communication for balance and movement, may show early signs of toxicity-related fatigue or numbness. Long-term consumption of non-organic grapes could lead to subtle but impactful changes in leg strength and sensitivity. grapes can also impact people with salicylate sensitivity. These naturally occurring compounds are found in many fruits, including grapes, and can trigger allergic-like reactions in sensitive individuals. Symptoms may include muscle aches, leg pain, tingling, and even swelling in the limbs. For someone unaware of their sensitivity, regular grape consumption might be the hidden cause behind recurring leg discomfort or weakness. Moreover, grapes have a relatively low protein content. Relying on them as a primary snack or meal substitute can lead to a lack of protein in the diet, which is essential for maintaining and repairing muscle tissue. Over time, this nutritional gap can cause muscle atrophy and noticeable weakness in the legs, especially if physical activity is part of a daily routine. The legs, being the largest muscle group in the body, are often the first to be affected by low protein intake. Next, we have mangoes. Mangoes are often hailed as a tropical delicacy, packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. While they offer a variety of health benefits, their impact on leg health is often overlooked. When consumed in excess or under certain health conditions, mangoes can contribute to leg weakness and discomfort. While enjoying a mango as a refreshing snack is generally harmless, the properties of this fruit may have unintended consequences for the legs, especially when overconsumed or when combined with other lifestyle factors. One of the primary concerns with mangoes is their high sugar content. Although the sugar in mangoes is natural, it still can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. This sudden increase in blood sugar is followed by a corresponding drop, leading to feelings of fatigue and weakness. This energy crash can make your legs feel especially tired, weak, and heavy, which can affect mobility and physical performance, particularly after eating mangoes. People who consume mangoes in large quantities may notice that their legs feel sluggish or that they experience more frequent muscle cramps due to the blood sugar fluctuations. Mangoes also contain a significant amount of fiber, which is generally beneficial for digestion but can cause issues when consumed in excess. Too much fiber can lead to bloating, discomfort, and digestive distress. Bloating, in particular, puts pressure on the abdominal area, which can radiate to the legs, making them feel heavy and tired. The uncomfortable sensation of fullness or bloating can reduce mobility, making it harder to move or stand for long periods. This effect can be especially noticeable for people who already experience leg discomfort or muscle fatigue. Another hidden concern is the presence of certain compounds in mangoes, like oxalates. Oxalates can bind with calcium in the body, reducing its absorption. Calcium is vital for muscle function and bone strength. When calcium absorption is inhibited, over time, it can lead to weaker muscles and bones, which directly impacts leg strength. Without adequate calcium, leg muscles can become more prone to cramps, and bones may become more susceptible to fractures, resulting in reduced mobility and an increased risk of leg injuries. Mangoes are also high in potassium, which is an essential electrolyte for muscle function. However, consuming too much potassium, especially for individuals with kidney issues, can lead to an imbalance in electrolytes. This imbalance can result in muscle weakness, cramping, and fatigue. When the legs are affected by this imbalance, they may feel weak or stiff, particularly after physical activity. For individuals with compromised kidney function, excess potassium can exacerbate these issues, leading to more severe muscle weakness and discomfort. The high glycemic index of mangoes can also play a role in muscle fatigue. Foods with a high glycemic index can cause a rapid rise in blood sugar, followed by a quick drop, which may lead to a lack of sustained energy. The sudden crash in blood sugar after consuming a mango can leave legs feeling weak and exhausted, especially after any form of physical exertion. This is particularly true for individuals who are active or participate in sports. The lack of steady energy can reduce performance and make the legs feel less agile or responsive. For individuals who are already prone to inflammation, mangoes may exacerbate joint and muscle issues. Mangoes contain compounds like alpha amylase, which, while beneficial for digestion, may trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals. If someone suffers from conditions like arthritis or muscle-related inflammation, the compounds in mangoes can aggravate pain in the legs, making them feel stiff, sore, or weak. This increased inflammation can interfere with mobility and overall leg strength, hindering normal movement and daily activities. Furthermore, mangoes have a high water content, which contributes to their diuretic properties. This natural diuretic effect can cause frequent urination, which, if not balanced with proper hydration, can lead to dehydration. Dehydrated muscles are more prone to cramps and spasms, particularly in the legs. When the body's water levels are insufficient, leg muscles can contract involuntarily, leading to discomfort and stiffness. For those who already experience leg cramps, the dehydration caused by excessive mango consumption can worsen these issues. Mangoes also contain a variety of vitamins and minerals that are beneficial in moderation, but excessive intake can lead to an overload of certain nutrients. For instance, too much vitamin A, which is abundant in mangoes, can cause toxicity in the body. One of the symptoms of vitamin A toxicity is muscle weakness, which can affect the legs. Over time, this can lead to reduced muscle strength and endurance, making it more difficult to maintain normal leg function. Excessive intake of other vitamins and minerals in mangoes can also create imbalances that impact overall leg health. Next, we have oranges. Oranges are widely celebrated for their high vitamin C content and refreshing taste, often considered a health booster due to their antioxidant properties. However, while they can be part of a healthy diet, there are certain aspects of oranges that can have unintended negative effects on the legs. Although the majority of people experience no issues, consuming oranges in excess or for certain individuals with specific health conditions can lead to problems such as leg weakness, cramps, and discomfort. The properties of oranges may play a role in this, especially when they are not balanced with other nutrients. One of the primary concerns with oranges is their acidity. Oranges contain citric acid, which, while beneficial for digestion in small amounts, can irritate the digestive system when consumed excessively. For people with sensitive stomachs or gastrointestinal issues, the acidity in oranges may lead to bloating and digestive discomfort. This bloating can create pressure on the abdomen, which can be felt in the lower body as well. The discomfort caused by bloating may lead to a sense of heaviness and weakness in the legs, making it harder to move or stand for long periods. Oranges are also high in natural sugars, and while these sugars are better than processed ones, they still contribute to blood sugar fluctuations. A rapid spike in blood glucose followed by a quick drop can leave individuals feeling fatigued and weak, especially in the legs. The sudden drop in energy affects the muscles, making them feel sluggish and less responsive. For those who consume oranges regularly, this roller coaster effect on blood sugar levels can cause recurring feelings of leg fatigue, particularly during physical activity or after a long day of standing. The high fiber content of oranges can also be problematic if consumed in large amounts. While fiber is important for digestive health, excessive intake can cause bloating and gastrointestinal distress. This can lead to discomfort, and because the body's digestive and muscular systems are closely connected, the bloating can result in discomfort or a sense of heaviness in the legs. Additionally, the gastrointestinal distress caused by fiber overload can make it harder for the body to absorb nutrients effectively, potentially leading to muscle weakness or reduced energy levels that impact the legs. Potassium is another key component of oranges that may contribute to leg issues when consumed in excess. Potassium is vital for muscle function, but too much of it can cause an imbalance in electrolytes, particularly in people with kidney issues or those who are already on medication that affects potassium levels. An imbalance in electrolytes can lead to muscle cramps and weakness. For the legs, which bear the most weight and are heavily relied upon for movement, this imbalance can cause muscle spasms, weakness, and general discomfort, making it difficult to perform physical activities like walking or climbing stairs. The high water content of oranges can act as a natural diuretic. While this is generally beneficial for detoxification, excessive urination can lead to dehydration if fluids are not replenished. Dehydration is a primary cause of muscle cramps and weakness, especially in the legs. When muscles do not receive enough hydration, they become more prone to cramping, particularly after physical exertion or when standing for long periods. For those who eat a lot of oranges but neglect to drink enough water, leg cramps and stiffness can become a regular issue. Oranges also contain a variety of acids that can interact with calcium in the body. These acids, like citric acid and malic acid, can bind with calcium, making it less available for muscle and bone health. Calcium is crucial for maintaining strong bones and healthy muscle function, and any reduction in its availability can weaken the legs over time. When calcium is not properly absorbed, leg muscles may become more prone to fatigue, cramps, and even long-term degeneration, which leads to decreased leg strength and mobility. For people with certain autoimmune conditions, oranges can sometimes trigger inflammation. While the vitamin C in oranges is known for its anti-inflammatory properties, the fruit can also cause flare-ups in those with sensitivities. If an individual suffers from conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis or gout, the acidic nature of oranges may exacerbate inflammation in the joints, particularly in the knees and ankles. This can lead to increased pain, stiffness, and reduced flexibility, making the legs feel weak and less mobile. Chronic inflammation in the legs can eventually lead to more serious muscle and joint issues. Another overlooked issue is the potential for allergic reactions to oranges. Some people are allergic to citrus fruits, and consuming oranges can trigger symptoms like swelling, tingling, or numbness in the limbs, including the legs. For individuals who are sensitive to citrus, these reactions can worsen leg weakness, cause discomfort, or even make it difficult to walk or move properly. An allergic reaction can also impact the nervous system, leading to sensations of weakness or heaviness in the legs. Despite the many benefits oranges offer in terms of immune health, excessive consumption of this fruit can lead to an imbalance in overall nutrition. Relying too heavily on oranges as a source of nutrients without balancing the diet with other fruits, vegetables, and proteins can result in nutritional deficiencies. A lack of adequate protein, healthy fats, or other essential vitamins and minerals can weaken the muscles, including those in the legs. Over time, this can lead to reduced muscle tone, weaker legs, and a greater risk of injury. Last, we have watermelon. Watermelon is often praised for its hydrating properties and refreshing taste, making it a popular fruit during hot weather. However, while watermelon offers many health benefits, there are certain properties of the fruit that could potentially contribute to leg weakness and discomfort, especially when consumed in excess or under certain health conditions. Though the majority of people can enjoy watermelon without issue, for some individuals, overconsumption or particular health concerns can make this fruit problematic for leg health. One of the main reasons watermelon can impact the legs is due to its high water content. While water is essential for hydration, consuming large amounts of watermelon can lead to an imbalance in the body's fluid levels. The high water content in watermelon acts as a diuretic, which increases urine output. Excessive urination can cause dehydration if fluids are not properly replaced, and dehydration is a leading cause of muscle cramps and weakness. When the body lacks sufficient water, muscles, including those in the legs, can become stiff, cramp, and fatigue more easily, making it difficult to maintain normal leg function. Additionally, watermelon contains a moderate amount of sugar, primarily in the form of fructose. Though fructose is a natural sugar, it can still cause rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. For individuals with insulin resistance or those prone to blood sugar fluctuations, these spikes followed by a subsequent drop can lead to feelings of fatigue and weakness. This energy crash affects muscle function, making the legs feel heavy and weak. For active individuals or those who perform physical work, consuming large quantities of watermelon can result in decreased energy levels and difficulty maintaining leg strength throughout the day. The high potassium content in watermelon, while beneficial in moderation, can also contribute to leg weakness when consumed excessively. Potassium is an important electrolyte that helps regulate muscle function, but too much potassium in the body can cause an imbalance, particularly for individuals with kidney issues. If the kidneys are unable to properly filter and balance potassium levels, this can lead to hyperkalemia, a condition that disrupts muscle contractions and results in muscle weakness, cramps, and even paralysis in severe cases. Excessive potassium intake from watermelon can therefore exacerbate these issues, leading to leg discomfort and reduced muscle performance. Watermelon is also a fruit rich in citrulline, an amino acid known for its ability to improve blood flow and reduce muscle soreness. While this is generally beneficial for post-exercise recovery, excessive consumption of citrulline through watermelon can have the opposite effect for some individuals. In certain cases, an overload of citrulline may lead to overhydration and imbalanced electrolyte levels, particularly when not paired with proper salt intake. This imbalance can reduce muscle function, including in the legs, making them feel weak, heavy, or fatigued after physical activity. The body requires a balance of electrolytes to maintain optimal muscle function, and an excess of citrulline can interfere with this balance. Watermelon is also low in essential nutrients like protein and healthy fats, which are vital for maintaining muscle strength and endurance. If someone relies too heavily on watermelon for hydration or as a primary food source, they may neglect other foods that provide the necessary nutrients to keep muscles functioning at their best. A diet that lacks sufficient protein and healthy fats can lead to muscle atrophy or weakness over time. Without the proper nutrients to support leg muscle health, individuals may experience more frequent muscle fatigue, cramps, or even longer-term weakness, making physical activities like walking or climbing stairs more difficult. Another potential issue with watermelon is its effect on blood sugar regulation, particularly for people with diabetes or prediabetes. While watermelon has a relatively low glycemic index compared to other fruits, its high sugar content can still cause an increase in blood glucose levels if consumed in large amounts. For those with insulin resistance, the body's inability to manage blood sugar effectively can lead to muscle fatigue, weakness, and poor circulation in the legs. Over time, these fluctuations in blood sugar can affect the muscles and nerves, potentially leading to poor muscle function and a greater susceptibility to leg cramps or weakness. For individuals who are already prone to inflammation, watermelon may exacerbate certain symptoms. Although watermelon is generally considered an anti-inflammatory fruit due to its antioxidants, it can still trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals, particularly those with conditions like arthritis or gout. The natural sugars and acids found in watermelon can sometimes aggravate joint and muscle inflammation, leading to pain, stiffness, and discomfort in the legs. The inflammation can hinder mobility and reduce the overall strength of the leg muscles, making them more prone to weakness and soreness. Watermelon's high glycemic load, when eaten in large quantities, can also contribute to an energy crash that affects the legs. Foods with a high glycemic load cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by quick drops, which may leave individuals feeling weak, sluggish, and fatigued. This is particularly noticeable in the legs, which rely on a steady supply of glucose to maintain strength and coordination. After consuming a large amount of watermelon, the resulting sugar crash can reduce leg strength and endurance, making it harder to maintain physical activity or even stand for long periods without experiencing weakness or discomfort. The way watermelon interacts with digestion can also contribute to leg weakness in some cases. Watermelon contains a significant amount of fiber, which is usually beneficial for digestive health. However, when consumed in large quantities, the fiber content may cause bloating or digestive distress. This bloating can lead to discomfort in the abdomen and, in some cases, put pressure on the lower body, making the legs feel heavier or weaker. In individuals already prone to digestive issues or bloating, the discomfort from watermelon may reduce mobility, leading to feelings of fatigue or difficulty moving around.